So the next topic is I explained previously last classes topics I covered what I covered last classes. So now I am going to give the explanation about the operation of cellular system. In this cellular system we can operate in divided into four parts only. What are the first part is the mobile unit initialization. Second one is the mobile originated call. Third one is the network originated call. And fourth one is the call termination. Coming to the first part is the mobile unit initialization. So this mobile unit initialization concept is simply when we can take a call, we are using any mobile or any user we can consider. For that mobile call going to the outside of the mobile, so for that outside of the call first they recognize they receive the call only. So that means what? First user initiate the mobile unit. So then the receiver, that means first one person is 401, 402 is there. For example, one wants to dial to 402. So at that time 401 is the first user, 402 is the second user. So where 402 is in the receiver place, 401 is in the transmitter place. Where to transmit the signals, that means here in the initial state it initiate the mobile. After receiving, they scan the set up the channel. What is the channel? I explained forward voice channel. That means that is the from base station to the mobile station. That means when it scans the channel, it will easy to forward the signals. Easy way to forward the signal. So that we can consider first initialize the mobile unit. Then only it will identify the channel. Again it will be forward the or receive that, then transmit to the another signal, another user. So that is when the receiver mobile is scans the set up the channel, then it catches the strongest signal at a certain duration. So at the duration when it catches that channel, for that strongest channel it locks locked. Then it will give the receiving signals, then only the call make will be easy at that time. So when we can consider the setup, that it will be easy to select the near cell site, so that we can make the call without any complications, without any disturbances. So that is the mobile unit initialization. So for mobile unit initialization, it requires mainly set up the channel, and receiver channel scans the setup channel. After that it will log the strongest signal, then only it will give the signals to the transmitting channel. So that is the mobile unit initialization. Simply for example, we will remember here from one person to the another person wants to dial a number. So for that one person is the 401 is the transmitter, 402 is the receiver person. So receiver person mainly scans the channel, and according to that antenna or that signal it will be give to the transmitting signal. So when initialization part is starts from 401 only. So then it will be the unit will be starts to the make a call. That is the mobile unit initialization. So another one is the mobile originated call. So mobile originated call First, it will be registered in a mobile unit. So where the user place is either transmitter user or receiver user. So when it registers, it will send to the transmitter or receiver station. Then only it will be control the signals. So then it will give to the call the main person. Simply same example, 401 transmitter, 402 receiver channel. So for the transmitter channel, he wants to or he or she wants to make a call, make a call to the another network, another mobile unit. So that another means 401 is the Airtel, 402 is the Idea network is there. So first Idea network register the Airtel number, then only it will give the signals to the mobile station, from the mobile station to the base station, then only base station to the car, I mean cell unit only. So likewise it will be originated the call. So that means simply I will show in the diagram. See here, this is 401, this is 402. So whereas these two directions, one to call, we want to make a call. So for this shows the direction from here. First, this is one mobile unit, Airtel mobile unit. This is another mobile unit, Idea mobile unit. At that time, this mobile unit is take a call from this. Here, this Idea network is first register what type of network it's having, that it will be registered. Then it will give the signals to the mobile telephone switching office. Then only it receives the signals, then it will transmit to the nearest of this cell base station. Then that base station connected to the cell only. So this base station connected to this cell. Then the call will be connected. Likewise, mobile originating. Next, so that means from the mobile unit for that nearer base station, for that nearer mobile switching office, then it will be connected to the control office of the or central office of the telephone system. That is the system, cellular system procedure. Next, network originated call. So how you recognize this means we can take in the same way. So that is the, whereas the we are using the more number of the mobiles. Previously we can take only one mobile. Network means in that network having different types of cells are there. So at that time, in the same cluster, different types of networks are there. How we can recognize, how we can transmit the signals? For that, we can take here same figure. This is one cluster, one network. So in this network, it's having different types of cells. That means this cell is the Airtel, this is Idea, and this is BSNL, this is Vodafone. So here, this network from here to like Airtel to BSNL, BSNL to Idea, Idea to Vodafone. Likewise, how you consider that? How you consider means the network cluster will be identified for that belonging network mobile unit. Then it logs the network signals. Then it will transmit to the another mobile, and then it will having some calls like transmitted calls or receiving calls. In the same way, we can consider more number of the mobiles. More number means two or more numbers. So two or more numbers are having the same network, same cluster. We can consider that is the one network. So example we can take in our institution we have a north side building and the south side building, and both buildings are belonging in our institution only. But from the south side building students are wanted to call the north side people. At the time they have to make a call, but that call belongs to Airtel network, whereas in north side call having the BSNL network. So both are different networks, but originate for these two networks one office only. What is that one office? IT, DBS IT college office. So for that nearer switching office in DBS IT college. So this nearer switching office having the nearer base station. That nearer base stations are belonging to both networks. One is south side building, another one is the north side building. Clear all of you? So for each building having the one base station and both base stations having one mobile station or mobile switching office, then this mobile switching office having the that nearer telephone central office, then only we can make the calls. So that is the networking originated call. Next, call termination. So call termination simply when the mobile user turns off the transmitter, then only the call will be terminated. So how you consider that? We are using the channels, forward voice channel. So from base station to the mobile station we can transmit the call. So at that time when the transmitter is off, turns off, switch off, at that time the call will be diverted, terminated. So that is the call termination. Next, handoff procedure. So this handoff procedure, so here already I explained handoff procedure, whereas the two cells are having one by one when the during the cell time, the cell during the call time the cell will be moving from one place to the another place. At that time it covers the area, there is no problem. When moving the time it is the out of coverage area, so that the handoff will be occur. So that is the handoff procedure. Next, another one is the uniqueness of mobile radio environment. So what is the uniqueness of mobile radio environment? Basically we know the radio signals. So radio signals means we can first consider the antennas. So antennas means, while you will remember in AWP, antenna wave propagation, we discussed different types of the antennas. So there you remember the transmitter antenna and receiver antenna. So for that it will be maintain the distances and it will be maintain the same time signals also. Suppose we are using the 1 kilohertz signals only. For 1 kilohertz frequency signals we are using the distance is 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer it will be maintained 1 kilohertz signals only. Suppose we can take 2 kilometers. For the 2 kilometers it covers the 1 kilohertz signal. So how you consider that? By using the antennas only we know the differences. So same concept you can remember here in the uniqueness of mobile radio environment. So for that first we can take what is the propagation of attenuation. So propagation of attenuation, here it consider the generally propagation path loss increases not only the with the frequency but also the distance. So same thing I explained now. So we will maintain the distance at the same time frequency. So without loss of the signals, loss of the coverage area, then we can propagate the signals. If the antenna height also we can remember here. So for example, the base station, for every cell unit, mobile unit, it's having one base station. For that base station, they install one tower like mobile network tower. So some places they are having Idea mobile network base station and Airtel base station or BSNL base station likewise. So for that antenna height is having the some 100 meters or 500 meters. So up to that area it covers the nearer signals only. After crossed that tower, it will not reaches the tower base station. Then what will happen? The signals are out of coverage area. For example, we remember when we will go to the mountain places or very valley places, at that time it will not cover the complete area. So signals are not covered. Sorry for the disturbance. Something saying the mobile system. So that is the because of this loss of the signals, loss of the distance, loss of the antenna height. This all are we can consider for that area mobile unit. So that in terms of the propagation we can take the incident angle of the direct wave is theta 1 and the incident angle of the reflected wave is theta 2. So whereas in terms of the theta 1 and theta 2 we can take two types of the angles. So that means we can take here incident angle and the reflected. So the antenna height and antenna distance for the same distance for the same height we will be maintain the frequency signals when all are considered in the surrounding area of the base station there is no problem. Whenever it crosses the base station then it will require and it having some disturbances. So that is the propagation of the attenuation. So for that we can take the differences in mathematical expression C2 by C1, that is the difference in power reception at two different distances. So the two different distances is one is the 100 meters or another one is the 200 meters. For that how you express that equation means two different receptions are C2 by C1, two different distances are R2 by R1. So C2 by C1 is equal to R2 by R1 to the power of minus 4. With the change of the receptions in decibels, that is equal to C2 minus C1 in decibels only. So for 40 dB per decade, the general rule for the mobile radio environment, it is very easy to remember that for free space propagation, we can take 20 dB per decade. What is the linear and decibel scale expressions for that? When C is reception is directly proportional to the R power minus 2, that is for free space area. Where is the change of the change of the delta C is equal to C2 minus C1. So that is in decibels. That we can write in the form of the 20 log R1 by R2 free space. So in real mobile radio environment, the propagation path loss we can vary as and why we are using usually between the 2 to 5 depending on the actual conditions. Why can't be the lower than 2, which is the free space condition? You can take the C is equal to 10 log alpha minus 10 gamma, log or decibels. So likewise we can take the mathematical expressions. We are using the two different antennas and two different distances for the frequency signals. That example we can take here, the maximum calls per hour QI in one cell be 3000 and an average calling time capital T be 1.76 minutes. The blocking probability B is 2%. Find the offered load A. So for that we can first take the what are the given content in this problem. Q1 is the cell time is 3000 calls per hour, whereas the calling time duration is 1.76 minutes. This is the upper load. That and A is equal to QI T by 60, where QI call per hour. So 3000 by 60 into duration time is 1.76. For that we can get the answer. Next, this is the hexagonal shaped calls. So hexagonal shaped calls, why we prefer the hexagonal shapes? It covers the all areas by neighboring the cells, while one network we can connect it one cell to another cell without any loss of the information. That is possible in the case of the hexagonal shape only. That's why we can take here hexagonal shape cells. So here the mobile radio environment, you will remember only what is the antenna angle, what is the antenna reflected wave, and what is the distance of the two antennas, what is the height of the antenna, what are the covered signals for the transmitting and the receiving two antennas. So it is the communicated by using the distances and height and signals, everything. It covers the area. According to that only we can calculate the duration time or what is the call, receiving and the area covered, everything. For operation of cellular system, it requires main 4 parts, that are the mobile unit installation, mobile alternated call, network alternated call, call termination. For mobile unit installation, basically the transmitter initializes and receivers scans the channel, what is the required channel, and it will send to the signal, transmitting signal. Again the call will be retransmitted likewise. So that is the mobile unit initialization. Another one is the mobile originated call. For the mobile originated call, in that organization first it registers the mobile unit, then only it will transmit the from base station to the mobile station. Likewise we are using the forward voice channel, and then receives the signal. Again it will transmit the signal. So that is the mobile originated call. Next, network originated call. For network originated call, you will take the mobile zone office for the telephone office. So from the telephone office, we recognize different types of networks like BSNL, Airtel Mobile, or Idea network, or Vodafone network, likewise, or Reliance or Jio. That means for different types of networks it first recognize, then it receives the signal, again it will retransmit the signal. These all those things are considered in the network originated call. Call termination means while we are process the we are using the mobile, then it will be turn off means outside call is receiving call is turned off or hold type. Immediately the call will be terminated to the forward call or divert call or waiting call. If it is busy, waiting call. If it is the forwarded call. If it is the diverted call. Likewise it will be terminated in different ways. So these are the topics we covered today.